Woke up feeling like shit today. Tired, low energy. I had a really long day yesterday, but I slept in. So I don't know why the hell I feel so, tired, but either way, that's how I feel. Um, I'm out here at my spot, my little spot, I wish I could turn the camera around on this piece of shit phone. I can't. All I can do is this. I mean, turn my phone around. I can't even see what you're looking at unless I go like, yo. Anyway, we got the over there. We got the view over there. We got okay, I can't really whistle. I can't whistle half the time. Anyway, it's a nice little spot. And there's a lot of tags over there, a lot of graffiti, and it's cool. It's a nice spot. I've only had 2 people drive by here, this dirt road right beside me, a couple times. Otherwise, I've never ran into people at all. It's just like off-road vehicles that come here anyway. So it's a chill spot. I thought I'd come here since I didn't really feel all that mint, and I don't know what to talk about, to be honest. I just feel like I just felt like recording a video, sort of. By the way, my phone's fucked, so I'm using a mouse to hit record and pause and whatever, and do this, so that's why it's not in post. I don't edit my videos yet, which is ironic because I edit for work, and so when it comes to these, I don't even edit at all. I want it to be as low effort as possible, so I just make things and hopefully get out of my funk of not doing anything, So I'll stop doing that, I guess. For now, at least. Yeah, I was... Yesterday, I had a long day, a super long day, okay? I actually got like a little gig where I was the PA, a productions assistant for this little thing that I can't talk about because I signed a non-disclosure, but whatever. It was a one-off gig. It was kind of cool. I got to see behind the scenes of some stuff, and I don't even know if I was going to say something. I don't think I can say anything. It has to do with hockey. I'm not a hockey fan, to be honest, but I had fun anyway. So, but it was a long day. It was like 10 hours, and I used to work 10-hour days all the time. No, I used to work 12-hour days all the time. And it was shift work. And that was rough. That was really, really rough. It felt like every time I left work, I went home for 12 hours, to like cook, eat, prep my meal for the next day, go to sleep, shower, go to sleep, and get up the next day and go right back to it for 12 hours. It felt like the 12 hours where I was at home felt like a break. It didn't feel like, oh, I'm off work and now I can go home and I got all the time, I can just chill and whatever today. Tomorrow's another day, No, it was like I got off work, okay, I'm clocked. It's like going for lunch. That's what it felt like. I'm just going for dinner and for a nap, and then I'll come back the next day to do it all fucking over again for 12 hours. So that was rough. 12-hour shift work is rough, but I did it. I didn't think I was capable of doing that, to be honest. Before I ever did it, they laid me off because they were laying off a lot of people at one point. And it was just like bound to happen. The economy was down, whatever. So it was a labor job. for man, I don't even know, like a CNC laser sort of deal, and I was the guy that like lifted the metal off the conveyor belt thing and took it out and hit it with a hammer and busted out the little piece that was cut out by the laser. And so it was like sometimes we were just, oh my god, just like it was really heavy work. Sometimes it was chill, sometimes we just stood there and did nothing for an hour. Sometimes we, you know, it was 12 hours nonstop of just like going ham, you know. But I thought, like, I was not, before I ever did that. Okay, well, let me back up a little bit. When I was a kid, before I ever had any job, or when I had like my first couple jobs, I thought, you know, I'd do like part-time shifts where it was like, I don't know, 2 to 5 hours long max, and 5 was pretty long. And then I eventually, I think my first, like, I got a pizza delivery job where then I started getting like actual shifts. Like, it was still technically part-time, but I got anywhere around 8 hours, sometimes more, sometimes less. But before the 8 hours, I thought, dude, I would never, like, I can hardly stand 3 hours. I can't do this shit for 8 hours. But anyway, I got the pizza job, and you know, sometimes it was fun, sometimes not so much. I loved the driving, really loved the driving. Had a lot of fun doing that. Driving like a little crackhead, going, you know, as pizza delivery boys do, at least people that I know and myself at the time. Just, you know, driving like way too fast and for no reason. And always, every time I got to deliver the pizza, like almost every time I bring the doorbell and they're like, wow, that was fast. I like just ordered this. I was like, well, what can I say? I didn't realize how fast I was going and how fast I was, like how aggressive, like just unnecessary. There was no incentive. It was just like, you know, it was coffee, nicotine, and that was it. Right. And it was just, you know, just having, it was a lot of fun, but it was too much. So anyway, I surprised myself when, fast forward to this labor job. I never thought I could. Like I said, there was a point where I couldn't even do a 8-hour shift. Like, that was some bullshit. So a 12-hour shift came around, and I locked in. Like, I set my mind, like, I did it for 5 months, give or take, before they laid me off. And to be honest, by the time they laid me off, I was, it had been maybe a month or so of like, I need something else. Like, I can't do this for much longer. And so, yeah, I have never been one of those people that just go like, you know, the longest I've had a job is 2 years. And that's not something I'm proud of. And I know I'm all over the place with this. I know there's value in being able to sustain something and lock something down like that, you know, like have a job for more than 2 years. Definitely more than fucking 2 months or 5 months or whatever. But the thing is, well, the part of me that doesn't want to lock down a job and doesn't want to like be consistent with it and stay there is a part of me that yearns for something greater and won't put up with someone else's bullshit and someone else's vision. It's a part of me that wants to go after something for myself and something greater in my in my view, right? But it's funny because, and I heard someone articulate this kind of similar, like, fault or whatever, is that part of me, when it comes to, let's say it's time to, okay, I don't have a job and now it's time to focus on my thing and put the work in and the time in and show up every day and be consistent and build something for myself, not for someone else, and get, like, paid fuck all hourly, stuck to the slave wage shit, right? But when it comes down to, like, doing it for me, that part of me is still turned on, it's still alert, and, like, I can't sit down and, like, lock in on this thing for a extended period of time, or I might dedicate myself for, like, days, even weeks, maybe. No, I can't even say months at this point. But I always, like, I want to say I fail myself. Like, I let myself down. So that part of me that, in a way is very beneficial, because it got me out of the thing that I don't want to do but everyone tells me I need to do. But then it's still, like, activated and sabotaging me when it comes to the thing that's actually important. So yeah, and then I'm stubborn as fuck too, because, like, it's not all or nothing, man. Like, my whole life I've had this mentality of it's all or nothing. And I've disappointed myself so many times with that, and I've, like, let myself from having, I've held myself back from having things that have had the potential of, like, giving me joy, because it wasn't exactly all of it that I wanted. It was a compromise of some kind, and I thought, no, I don't know, it was like, it's a very stern stubbornness. It's just like, it's not exactly what I want, so fuck you, I don't want this. Like, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna have fucking nothing, or I'm gonna have this thing that I want eventually. And I think that really, like, sucks the life out of a lot of things, because I just stopped myself from having, I could ease my suffering, and not in the sense of, like, like alcohol or whatever that would, like, you ease your suffering. Like, I'm not talking about numbness, I'm talking about, like, I could have something genuinely beneficial in my life, but it's not exactly what I want or what I asked for, so I reject it in some way. And I was going somewhere with that. But anyway, the thing that I'm struggling with the most, and I mean, who isn't, to an extent, or I don't know what I'm talking about. The thing that I'm struggling with the most is this consistency, showing up no matter what, for myself, before anyone else, showing up for myself. I had no problem compromising myself to show up for someone else, in the past, to my demise, to my, costing myself on many levels. But now I've, like, pretty much, maybe not in every way, but I've cut that out almost, I want to say entirely, but I'm sure I'm not conscious of some things that, you always surprise yourself. Whatever. But I think the most, like, one of the most important skills that I could develop is to be able to show up for myself no matter what. And I've actually been working on that a lot in the past 2 years. Definitely past year. But it's still been kind of, it's pretty consistent, but like I've still, like today, for example, I woke up feeling like shit, like I think I said that earlier. And I woke up a little bit earlier than I have been a little bit later than I have been for the past like week or two. So I just skipped my routine, I skipped my meditation, I skipped my journaling and whatever I do, my gratitude thing, and I jumped right into like eating. And then I was just like so irritated and had no patience, and I didn't want to do anything. And I'm just like, distracting myself. I'm on my phone, I'm watching YouTube, I'm eating, it's like, because I didn't show up with the most important part of the day, I skipped it, the part of like basically setting my intention and propelling me in the direction that I fucking want and need in order to succeed at all. Instead of doing that, I just jumped right into, okay, I'm just going to eat because it's late and I want to bring my energy up, but then I'm going to do it unconsciously, and I'm going to go on my phone and watch YouTube and respond to text or whatever, and just like not really think about what I'm doing and the direction of the day. And I just felt kind of like blah. And then I get irritated and impatient because I'm thinking, I'm not serving myself. I'm not doing anything I'm not doing anything with in alignment with my vision, with what I like truly desire. So obviously I feel disappointed on some level, but because I'm disappointed in myself. So like, what do you expect? What do you expect? But then the next part is, okay, you disappoint yourself and you didn't do exactly what you could have done. But then the worst part is, instead of just like, okay, like forgive yourself, get back on your feet and keep going with what you know is right. Instead of doing that, you just beat the fucking hell out of yourself with negative thoughts and thinking like, I'm a piece of shit. So it's just like this cycle, self-sustaining, and it's so easy. So like right now, it's so easy to just fall back into that loop because there's such a tight groove. There's such a deep rut there. It's so easy to just go back to the bullshit way of doing things, and the bullshit way of thinking, and everything. Like when you're in that mindset, it's like just everything kind of points to it. Everything, it's what's that term? It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I think that's what it is. It just gets into that mindset of like, just like everything is keeping you in this loop, right? And it's so weird that, I don't know, like, why is that so easy, but then a positive, mindset is, I don't know, I know I'm not the only one. Is there anyone in this world that isn't a straight up anomaly? Is there are there people in this world, not just one person, people that find it very easy to stay in the positive mindset, and it's like this self-perpetuating loop, just like always keeping them there, and it's actually hard to go down at all? And I'm sure there's people like that, but why is it so fucking hard for me? sometimes, most times. I don't know. I think, yes, conditioning, yes, the past, and like what you were brought into, and the majority of people, it might be accurate to say that the majority of people in the world have a inherited negative perspective on reality, and the magic and joy and excitement and vitality and like flow and love and everything that kind of just comes natural to a child, to a baby, is sucked out of them, and it's beat out of them from birth. As soon as they're out the womb, it's like, you're a piece of shit. The reason you exist is disgusting, because sex is a shameful thing, a disgusting thing that we don't talk about that. We don't talk about how the only reason you exist is because your parents did this like shameful act. And it's like from the very beginning, we're just told everything about us is wrong, which is like it's a complete inversion. It's not true at all. It's a disgusting fallacy. But what's a 1-day-old gonna say about like, I'm disgusting. Okay, I mean, I guess so. And then they carry it until the day they die, and so on, probably, right? So breaking out of that is understandably difficult. But maybe it doesn't have to be. I don't know. Maybe it genuinely doesn't have to be. Maybe that's another level of the programming, is believing that changing is difficult, which is just fucking insane, because the only thing that doesn't change is the fact that everything changes. The only constant is change. So thinking that change is difficult is literally by like just absolutely lunatic. It makes no sense. But I believe that on some level, I was in a shit mood earlier today, like I said, and I was driving out here to this spot to record and then go on a walk or whatever. I still want to go on a walk. But I was driving and looking at the clouds, and you can see them behind me at least, and just the scenery and the looking at life and just seeing how insane, just crazy beautiful everything is. And I'm at home, and I'm sitting on my my computer chair, or I'm laying in bed staring at the fucking ceiling, and I'm thinking to myself how everything is fucked and nothing's working out for me. Meanwhile, literally yesterday everything was like on top of the world, like, oh yeah, everything's flowing, it's working out. And then today I'm just like, I don't want to do anything. I don't even have money to do my laundry. Everything's fucked. And then I drive out here with the very little money that I do have, and and I get out of my head and I look, and the music is playing, and it's a very beautiful song, and I see the hay bales in the distance in the grass, and the landscape that goes on for ever. and the sky is beautiful, and the weather is like perfect and comfortable, and life is just, in this moment, everything is perfect. And I'm stressing about some bullshit that doesn't even exist. Literally doesn't exist. Like it's not in my life. It's not in my reality. I'm here driving, experiencing this, and I'm worried about some shit that doesn't even, it's in my head. Well, this is my longest video. It's really beautiful out here. I wish I could like really properly show you guys. I don't know what you're seeing right now. I'm just gonna assume you can see what I see. So yeah. Oh, I was zoomed in, so now I really have no idea what you were looking at. Fuck. Oh well. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just sit here for a while and then I'll go on a walk or something. But let me know if you know how to get out of my, if you ever dealt with, everything I was talking about at the start of the video, I think, and just like self-sabotage and all this bullshit. It's like someone was saying somewhere, I read whatever in a comment section, they were asking for help. They're like, when I'm at work, all I want to do and all I can think of is everything that I want to do when I'm not at work. And all this like stuff I want to create, all this stuff I want to experience and do. And then I finally quit my job, or whatever happened, they said, with their job. Now I have all the time in the world and I just don't take action. I just don't do anything. Just don't do anything at all. It's like, why do we do that? Why is it always thinking about something else, and then when it comes down to it, it's like still thinking about something else, or not having the capacity or the energy or the willingness or the drive to do anything that you actually want to do when it comes fucking down to it? What's the point? What's the point of... What is the point of thinking about it all the time when I can't do anything about it, and then when it comes down to actually doing something, I don't even fucking feel like it? So frustrating, man. It's laughable. I'm not laughing right now. I'm kind of like... on the verge. But it's so, like, why, man? Why? Can we stop? Can we just, like, not? Can we just stop fucking around and just enjoy life? What's with all the useless suffering? Holy shit, 30 minutes. All right. wow, if you made it this far, Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Peace.